Many people say that the one thing lacking in Shah Alam is transportation. Transportation is an issue, and specifically, I mean public transportation. So I know there has been a proposal by the government for the LRT3 alignment, ladies and gentlemen, and we have carried extensive stories about this proposed alignment. I think the LRT is something that is much needed in Shah Alam. Can you elaborate on this?
The coming on of LRT3, especially because there will be a few stations. One is in section 13 near the stadium, the other one in section 14. That will still need to be established where is the actual station is, but it's actually in section 14 Shah Alam, which is the city centre. One is in section 7 near ICT or in ICT, and Johannesburg going forward from there. Our biggest area to be developed or further to be developed is section 14 Shah Alam, which is the city centre. We are embarking on a revised master plan of the city centre. We want to create a metropolis in the city centre, and we want the LRT3 to be linked there. And we have not yet finalized the revised master plan, but definitely it will be a different type of development than what we have now. We would have service apartments, condominiums. We would have high-end and medium-end malls there to be created. And one of the ideas we are looking at is to interconnect between the LRT3 to the inner section 14 and to the tourist attraction that we see there's possibility of even the Blue Mosque as a tourist attraction, and also even our new HQ in section 14, which is an iconic building by itself, and also the Tasik, the lake garden that we have in Shah Alam. So we are now looking at whether we can introduce electric tram, to interconnect between the LRT3 to the rest of the attraction and development in Shah Alam City Centre. So we are still mooting what is the ultimate that we're going to do there, but definitely it will be high-end, high-rise, and definitely it will take cognizant of the availability now of LRT3, and we are in discussion with SPAT to ensure that the LRT3 station would be station where it is actually very much beneficial for our development there.
And we see the LRT as, I guess, is something beneficial that hopefully we can further enhance what's happening in ICT. But in terms of public transport, there are a couple of issues. We are beside the freight highway, so at this point in time, the benefit is not just the LRT but also the proposed BRT.
Okay.
And we reckon that with an LRT to the north and a BRT to the south, we like to think that there will be transit traffic going from the BRT to LRT to BRT, and the transit traffic will go through ICT. So we reckon that if that actually turns out, then I think the shops and the retail offices there will actually benefit from that development. Now, secondly, is that from the public transport perspective, today we are an ICT cyber center, and one of the challenges we face actually in trying to market ICT to the call centers and the business outsourcing companies is that they always say they need a public transport.
Yep.
So we always face challenges on trying to convince these companies to move to ICT. With the LRT there, I think that removes the concerns that they have. So we see that as benefiting the people who have bought the offices for the MSC. The third thing, of course, is that I think we are more well paid for my tourism attraction than my development. And invariably, almost 90% of the people will come by cars. I think there are coaches, but I think the coaches' volume is very small. And we hope that the LRT will provide alternative transportation, because one of the challenges we face at the moment is lack of car parking space. So the LRT, if you can ferry, more visitors to our theme park, I think we will benefit in the sense. I wanted to share with you all, because the chairman of SPAD, when he was in Nice City to launch your Star Bus thing,
yes,
told the people there that the objective of the LRT was not just to provide ridership, but they also want to encourage development along the LRT. So they saw development as, you know, as a byproduct of the whole LRT program, which I thought was a very unusual way for a government body to actually look at it, you know. But I think it looks very good, and it augurs well for the development potential of Shah Alam, especially along the LRT route.
Invariably, when a township undergoes rapid development, or even a city is in the case of Shah Alam, invariably there are housing projects that are delayed, or even commercial projects that are delayed or even abandoned. Okay, as developers in a thriving city like Shah Alam, would you view this as being a concern? Tuan Ji, your question.
For Shah Alam, for PKNS, in our 50 years history, we have not yet not been able to complete our development. We have always delivered. Slight delay, probably yes, but not delivering. In fact, our issue now is actually in regards to we have no more land banks in Shah Alam. So we are now embarking on urban redevelopment, especially in areas like Section 16, where the houses or the flats are 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom flats. And we find that even they are asking for a development. You know, basically the quality of life there is suffering. So we are now analysing that together with the state government on how best are we going to do urban redevelopment in those localities. We are cognizant also urban redevelopment have certain bad experience, especially like for example in PJ, in Section 17, what have you. But our philosophy in regards to urban redevelopment is where the existing owners will not be pushed out. They might be compensated with, or they will be compensated with a similar or a better house for the one that they have relinquished. So that's our philosophy going forward. But that will entail a higher bit of cost. So therefore, we are looking at this very detailed aspect. But ultimately, we believe, most of these old flats will need to be redeveloped. That's ultimately our belief. And we also believe that most of the major factories and what have you, some actually have moved out to Pulau Indah and what have you. And that creates an ability or the possibility for this land to be redeveloped. So that's also a possible opportunity for developers to see that, you know, PJ is very, very expensive. Minimum 700 to 800 ringgit per square foot kind of pricing. Shah Alam is still 400 to 550 kind of pricing, but land is scarce. So I think the only way we can do it is actually to redevelop these old areas into better housing for the people.